Today marks opening day of the 2020 Overwatch League season.
Damn, it's good to be back.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us here at the Overwatch League around the world for this special online broadcast.
I'm so glad Overwatch League is back.
Before quarantine, most of our day-to-day was prepping for the matches.
I used to sit in a production truck behind a big venue, just a giant truck full of people.
Before, I was sitting right next to IT, and if something happened, yeah, I would still call it out on comms, but I could also turn to them and talk to them.
Beforehand, I used to be traveling as an observer director to all the different homestands.
What I do is I take moments that happen throughout the match and I create cinematic styled replays of them.
My main role here is to watch the games live and to basically write them down in a log for everybody to refer to them when needed.
Now I'm just sitting at a desk in my living room.
I'm in post-production, so typical day beforehand, staying in one room editing all day, communicating mostly online, only going outside when it's absolutely necessary. So not that much has changed for me.
This is my home office, yay!
When the city started announcing all its lockdowns, we had to just go and pick up all of our hardware.
My setup, Ashley's setup, they've both been converted to super high power battle stations.
Left side caster, right side producer.
Living with a fellow Overwatch League employee has definitely been a little crowded in our tiny office.
Yep, 3 screens, program, TeamSpeak, story document usually, or any dot points that I've written down beforehand.
All of this on the right is all my observer equipment.
I cut the show using AMP, the Grass Valley application. I have a virtual comms panel just via Stream Deck.
Like the software has just been a blessing at this point.
Trying to make sure that we are in sync. That's the hardest thing to get right with this kind of remote setup.
Testing, 1, 2.
There's a lot of tech involved in this.
We have some production bumps.
We had a couple very rough broadcasts.
Here we are live from my bloody office. I'm Mitch Leslie.
With a clever little pincer maneuver, they're able to eventually pull it up, and we've got a pause.
Oh, we lost Zoe's audio. Hey, sorry.
Zoe, we lost your audio.
No.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, Johnny. It's our time to shine. Here we go. Hey, guys.
Oh,
thank you very
Here we
much
go, Costa.
for watching the Overwatch League. Chocolate cake doesn't really, make it. Cheesecake really just sort of adds that next level of dessert.
But you have to combine the flavors.
And it seemed that all the fans were extremely supportive of that.
Way too much damage anyway. So don't.
It's so stressful coming back from breaks, and I'm not sure if somebody went to the restroom or if they're sitting there.
I want to assure people that this is 100% the most complex system that I have operated inside in my career ever.
Getting up in the morning's difficult.
Hello. It's too early for this.
When I make sure I get to work right on time, and by get to work, it's literally coming out of this door and rolling over to this chair.
I set my alarm about 15 minutes before we're supposed to start rehearsal.
I have to put my own makeup on.
Take the fastest power shot I've ever.
I like that my fridge is 10 feet away from where I car. It has required us to convert a significant portion of our apartment into a studio. She's stuck in the room with me and I'm yelling a lot.
So you can't push back to the point. Well, you can't let that happen either.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered. I try and go up instead of louder so my neighbors just don't call the police. But that was one of those moments where, let it out.
The dog and the cat get in the way a lot.
This is Hugo.
Definitely seem to be much more pleased with us being around. They also tend to think that it's always playtime.
This is Huff. He's my little coworker when I log or VOD clip or anything else that I have to do while I'm at work.
The biggest challenge is, I think, keeping them out of this room while we're broadcasting, right? Because we all saw that Nori video.
I'm having a guest on my stream, so I'm sorry. I'm getting really distracted by a cat.
They're definitely happier we're home more.
Say hi, Huff.
Esports is a special kind of thing. I know in like my own personal life, my dad is devastated that all of his sports are gone.
People will be incentivized, I think, to look further afield for that, to fuel that desire to see competition play out in front of them.
There's still excitement happening in these live matches that we're broadcasting.
I think there's going to be a lot of things, in esports that they'll be able to latch on, a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels.
Maybe folks will watch and see maybe a little bit of why we love it so much.
I'm Mitch Leslie, and once again, it's me and Matthew Morello taking you home here with 3 huge games here.
It's a tough time right now, like it's a scary time. I would tell the fans that I really, really appreciate all of them for sticking around and for, watching as we are trying to do our best to make this work.
Thank you so much for their support.
Stay strong.
I think people really appreciate that a fixture of their life before our quarantine is able to still be present afterwards.
Something to look forward to every week.
At least to just bring a small little bit of entertainment and joy is incredibly gratifying in a dark time.
I am just super thankful to be a part of such a great team.
We know that we can only improve and only continue to get better.
So many props to the nurses and doctors and everyone out there still working that is an essential business person.
We are not going anywhere. We are committed to seeing this journey out with you, not just this season, but for the seasons to come. We're never planning to go away.
Because they had ultimates from point A.
Okay, so I went back to lobby.
Coming forward.
Volume 1, ready, 3.
Not trying to make an assassination quite.
And take 3. 3's on.
Job here, finding these kills, but that is oh my god!
Sato Earthshatter, the Poker, the self-destructed down.
I'm
Ron
tensed up, man,
Elevote.
still seeing that. That is brutal. Hey, we love a good little shatter bomb setup. Fantastic.
It's been a while. I feel like, since we've seen like a big
Good shot, guys.